Hey, lovely Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me here at the Lightroom forecast. Oh, this week, this is your reading for the 24th of June, the full moon in Capricorn, and I am rather late with these readings coming out, so apologies for that. I've just been in traveling a little bit, and I'm in a big city right now, so in a different place. Anyway, we've laid out your reading. We will come through and clarify. It's a shortened Celtic cross, Sagittarius. So we're looking at the central position here. And thanks for joining me, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I do really appreciate that. You come out, Saggies, with the 10 of Cups. This absolute satisfaction in your emotional sphere. I do see that. It is crossed by the 4 of Wands. Often it's that double 11. It's the consummate happy home. I think this is your focus. This is a very, looking at this layout, what the cards are sort of speaking of here, this is what you want. You know, you may well have that. I'm not saying you don't, but there's a lot of people in this. There's a lot of personalities here, but we will go through and clarify. So you're coming out with this glorious satisfaction in your emotional self, in your base, in your world, in the place where you feel most secure. So it's pretty gorgeous. The basis of this, we have the Princess of Swords. See this lovely princess. You know, the Princess of Swords is just kind of sussing things out in some ways. In terms of looking from a vantage point, she can't see that clearly because there's, you know, a lot of cumulus actually in the way. So she's just trying to, it's like a period of just sort of, you know, waiting for those clouds to disperse. I do feel a busyness in this collection of cards where there's a lot of personalities involved in your life, whatever situation, circumstance, whatever that is for you, Saggies. These are really general readings. So we've got a lot of personalities here. May well be aspects of yourself. I kind of get that there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people around you at the moment. It seems to be. As I said, we'll clarify. What's behind you is this glorious Prince of Discs. You know, he's got the world in his hand, literally. And I always think of the prince as this very like a gardener, you know, because he's released all this nitrogen, he's planted seeds, you know, and it's a slow process and it's a steady process. There may well have been things that you've been working away at for a long time here. And, you know, at some point they do come to fruition, and possibly not in a way that you know, expected initially, because I just get that it's a really long-term thing. It's a really long-term thing. And when time has lapsed, often we are surprised, aren't we, at certain outcomes. They're sort of surprising to us, even though we've been moving towards that over a long period of time. That's just what I'm getting That's just what I'm getting here. Current position is the Prince of Cups, which is an emotional offering. The Prince does offer that. But he can get lost in his own reflection. We'll go through and clarify this. You see what I mean by there's a lot of personalities here. And then moving forward, lovely Saggies, we've got this delightful Prince of Swords. You know, when we see the Prince and the Princess together here, the Prince is moving. You know, he's moving this is not gender. I'm just, because this deck is you know, the quality's not, it's not about gender. He's moving along but being pulled in many different directions. So it's like there are sort of many options here, but this figure it's not totally fixed or directed. And there's a reason for that. You know, there's a reason for it, whatever that reason is. So here we see moving forward a period of time where we're exploring, we're experimenting a little bit here. These are thought forms. They're described as fairies in the Book of Thoth that pull this prince along. So there's always a reason for these things. So let's just clarify. But there's a lot of people around. There's a lot of, it feels to be, a lot of personalities here. Let's have a look at the central point, Saggies, with the Four of Wands, because it is, you know, it's a great place to be. It's a very secure card, a happy home. We get two cards. It's a very happy home. We have the Hanged Man coming out. Maybe we're in a, you know, we're just in a time of, there have been no definite decisions made. There is no definite developments there. We just retreat a little bit to go into Hanged Man mode and to just take a few deep breaths here and allow the chrysalid to, we know we're in that, is what I'm getting. We know we're in that. But with that, we get some enlightenment, you know, at the end of it. It may well be just for a short period of time. At some point, we do get pierced, our crown, with this gift of the Ace of Swords. It's clarity, it's truth. It sweeps through any confusion that these two sword court cards have. If there is any confusion at this current time, it cuts through it. So a little bit of rest, a little bit of a retreat. Let those juices do their thing within. You know, the Hanged Man to me often is a place where we go, and it is a necessary place where not a lot's coming in, not a lot's going out. We're just, it's not to say that you don't have a busy life. It's just saying that there is a kind of gestation going on. Now, the importance of that in this is that is what's going to give you this blast of insight. So it's quite good, Saggies. It's quite good. Let's just see the basis of this. What is this? What is this Prince of Swords? It's a breaking down. The basis of all of this is rejigging and coming to a conclusion of what your next move is, what direction you're going to go in. There's a breaking down. Sorry, I got those, put them back in the wrong place. The Princess of Swords here. We're figuring things out at the moment, whatever that is for you in your life. And to me, the Tower, I love this Tower, is about being infused with really, really quite definite, precise, new perspectives and information that come through. And they're coming through with that Ace of Swords. So when because I just get that image of sweeping through a space, and this princess, you know, is trying to do that, but she can't see. At some point, often inevitable, and it doesn't take too long, that these clouds disperse. You know, weather changes so quickly. Clouds disperse, and we see very clearly. So what else can we look at here? And Sagittarius, I wasn't focusing on any specific card here, but what do we focus on? We focus on mutuality. We focus on harmony. We've got lots of options. We focus on balance and harmony. And in doing that, we are honouring our integrity. It's very difficult to go against the grain of your own personal integrity, and then you truly do feel it in your body, and you know what I mean. So we're focusing on this glorious, this is a choice as well, as much as what it is about balance, reciprocity, harmony, all of those gorgeous things, mutual offerings, equality. It's gorgeous. Let's have a look at the night. Oh, let's have a look. Sagis at the Knight of Cups. You know, it could be a shift in jobs. It could be a big lifestyle change. It could be anything. You know, personal readings are far more can be far more in depth, which we'll be coming in with those soon on this channel. So we look at the Prince of Cups. We look at this. We see again the four. You know, this is the happy home. We see 9 cups. We know where our cups are here. And they're 9. They're pretty good. They're pretty damn good. And we also have this Knight, very fast moving, quite impulsive. It could be elements of yourself, Sagis, you know. It could be elements of your fiery, I say that, elements of, you know, this is what you desire. I mean, it's what we all desire, isn't it? A very happy home base, a welcoming, actually, it's welcoming. You know, and you could look at it metaphorically. It's like you're welcoming yourself back. That's just what I get. So let's have a wee look at this delightful Prince of Swords. There is a reason. Oh, there is a reason. We get the cards flying out everywhere. Delightful in the most respectful way. Thank you. We look at this Prince of Swords for Sagis. Moving forward, and he's certainly moving forward. What is this Knight? Prince, I should say. Prince of Swords. myself all mixed up today. Yeah. You know, if there ever was or is, and it's not so much confusion. It's not so much confusion with the Prince of Swords. It's more that there's a purpose for being pulled this way, that way, what way, up, down, whatever. There's a purpose for it. It's not that it's specifically a confusing card. It's certainly not for you moving forward, Sagittarius, because in whatever situation, scenario this is in your life, we have firstly the Eight of Swords, a card of being bound yet not being. It is an attitude within ourselves, maybe feeling restricted or not clearly seeing what our resources really are, what we have around us. Because with the Two of Wands, you know that. You can see that now. You can see it. If you didn't already, you see what you are in control of. You see what is your world. Sorry about the noise. A building just next door, but you see your own authority in your world. In your world. I mean, this is about empowerment. It's about empowerment. There's a lot of other, I think you've had to contend with a lot of other personalities over this time. There's a lot of different, it's just a lot of different needs and wants coming from different directions. As I say that, with Brian Froud's Pixie and Fairy, we get the beautiful fairy godmother coming out. Look, I mean, literally, honestly, at this point in time, you know, you really can't do anything wrong, Sagittarius, in your world. The universe is backing you with this gorgeous woman. If you can see, oh, it's a shame the light's funny. But isn't she gorgeous with her crown of light? You really can't do anything wrong. You can't. It's pretty amazing. And this will be the case where we see with the journey map, Bask in Bounty, this is a card of summer. And you know, maybe everything just falls into place, boom, in the southern hemisphere summer. Maybe it does. Maybe it's even before that. This is just basking in the glow and enjoying it, because you will be constructing. Here we have construction. It's about having everything measured, weighed. We're balanced. Before we embark on this new project, this new relationship, this new journey, whatever it is, as much as we can, we have weighed, measured, we've calculated everything about this. It's gorgeous. It's really, really great. Like, it feels really exciting. And I'm just going to get one of these little cards. It's from the Muse Tarot, which I got the other day because I just really liked the images, by Chris Ann, Hay House Press. We'll get one card out of here. I haven't looked at the book. Just get one card and then a little harlequin and star. What have we got here? Yeah, look, you're an emperor in your own right, dear friend. Glorious stuff. Very strong, yet dancing on those waves, you know. all those connectors, all those other people in your life. There's quite a bit of mastery happening, Sag. And just a little harlequin, a little star. You know, I did the Sagittarius reading yesterday, and the sound was like on and off because my microphone was on this big furry blanket I was wearing. And funnily, all through the reading, my ear was just like really, really annoying me, like really, really itchy. And when I went back to check that everything was okay, you know, the sound was just atrocious. So I've had to do this reading again. But that particular reading was full of great force of will. And I think in this one, we saw really the full force of your power in yesterday's reading of where you're at the moment. And today it's interesting because we're seeing how you're working with all the personalities and people around you, but also how you've been working within yourself. So it's really special. It's really beautiful reading. Sorry, I just stopped shuffling there. What do we get here? We get, yes, action. Action is a verb, but you know that very well, Sagittarian friends. And alchemy. The transformation is already underway. On that note, thanks for joining me, Sagittarius. Please tune in and for this new moon. Very heart-based kind of new moon, I feel. I'll be on time, hopefully. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me at the Lightroom Forecast. Ka kite and take care. Bye now.